Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So my name is Paulo, and today we're going to be talking about digital transformation. Okay, so this is the fourth episode of this series. If you did miss out any of the previous ones, feel free to check them out. I'm going to leave them on the comments below. So today we're going to be talking about specifically about customer and about CRM and the critical role for a sound digital transformation. Okay, why is it that I'm doing this? Essentially to help out as much as I can, okay? Both companies, but also people. Okay, so this is my pledge, this is my contribution within this rough times, let's say this challenging times, and I'm keen to share my knowledge as much as I can. Okay, so with regards to CRM, I've been working on CRM now since 2005, 2006, and across these years, so I've worked on Access, basic Access. I've worked on OLAP. I've worked on SQL. Also work on Microsoft Dynamics CRM. And since 2012, that I'm working on Salesforce. Okay, so if you have any questions whatsoever with regards to CRM, feel free to just reach out to me. I'm happy to help as much as I can. Okay, if you want to migrate from one system to the other, if you have any questions, whatever, just leave them on the comments below. Any question is a good question. Okay. And apart from specifically speaking CRM, I've been working on digital transformation now for over 10 years. So I know a bit about the topic, reason why I'm sharing it. Okay. So today, let's go and jump into it. So today we're going to be talking about two main points. Okay. So as I referred, so one is the customer and the other one is the CRM. Okay. CRM, and why is it that those two points are so important? So talking about customer. So some may argue that without a customer, you don't have a business, which is, I would say, basically true. Okay. But apart from that, what is the focus of today's session is not just about the customer and about customer experience, satisfaction, etc., which is important. Okay. But I'm going to go one step further than that. I'm going to be talking about how is it that you can actually know more about the customer, that maybe a customer that is actually for a non-profit, could be a customer that is in relation to, for instance, a more business-related kind of company. Okay, doesn't matter. Everyone as a customer could be an internal customer, external customer, and this is what I'm going to be focusing on. Okay, looking at the CRM part of things. Okay, essentially the reason why I'm going to be sharing this is because CRM is fundamental, is the foundation, I would say, for a good digital transformation. Okay, so let's jump into this. Okay, so customer. Okay, what is it that we need to know about it? As I said, most companies, I'm not sure if I actually mentioned, but I'm going to mention anyway. Most companies jump into bandwagon, let's say, of the digital transformation with a focus on the customer. But most of them, what they do, or what they are actually looking for, is that how is it that I can improve my customer experience? How is it that I can have better customer satisfaction? Which is a valid topic, okay? But the focus on the customer should go much more than that, okay? And this is why I'm going to be sharing today what should be your vision towards your customer and what is it that you should aim at, okay? So that you can have a much more successful digital transformation, or probability of having a more successful digital transformation. Essentially, the customer does not reside within customer success. Okay, the customer does not reside within marketing. The customer does not reside within sales. It resides all over the place. Okay, so it's fundamental that you have then a proper integration of marketing, sales, and customer experience. Why? Just giving you just some examples. Okay, if you do not have a proper integration of those three points, okay, aka the customer revenue cycle, it's going to be really difficult for you to measure, for instance, from a marketing perspective, measure campaign performance. Well, you can still measure the result from certain campaigns, let's say, but more and more, and because the customer actually goes across the entire funnel, okay, from leads up to close one ops opportunities or win back opportunities. Okay, it's fundamental then that the spread, the reach of marketing goes across the entire funnel. So for that to happen, there has to be an integration of the three areas. Okay, there has to be an integration because the campaigns need to be measured also across. Okay, so this is one good reason why marketing needs to be integrated with both sales and customer experience. Okay, looking on the sales side of things, if you do not have a proper integration with marketing, for instance, it's going to be really, really difficult for you to actually understand where is it that the lead stands from and up to the conversion up to a closed one up. Okay, so you need to measure your conversion, your success, and if you are not integrated with marketing, you're going to be suffering a lot. And then last but not least, customer experience. Okay, if the customer experience it's not actually connected to sales or to marketing, what will happen most likely is that all this amazing inputs, all of this relationship that you have with the customer going to be lost. Okay, it's important for you to actually to be able to uh, find meaning. It's important for the inputs and the feedback from the customer. It's important that they actually find their way into the marketing side of things, into the sales, and I would say even beyond that, it's important that they actually reach out product. It's important that they actually touch on strategy. So all of that is then fundamental. Okay, why? Because then you can actually rethink your marketing campaigns. You can even rethink the way you pitch from a sales perspective. So it's fundamental. And there are three things that I would underline within this customer 360 view. Okay, it's one thing is then the sum of the sales, marketing, and customer experience. This is where the customer actually resides at the end. Okay, and this is the revenue cycle. Okay, it's important that you have them really strongly integrated because it's critical for a successful digital transformation. The other point that is important to retain is that you have all of this integrated, and this is where mostly the customer actually resides. You're going to have a full view of the customer, so the so-called customer 360 view, and have an understanding of all the different touch points of the customer from a customer experience perspective, from a sales perspective, but also from a marketing perspective. Okay, and then the other point that is fundamental, and then I built the bridge towards my next slide. It's around CRM. Okay, a good CRM strategy is the baseline, let's say, for a successful digital transformation with the customer at the heart of things. Okay, let's jump into this. So why is it then that is important to have a good CRM strategy? Okay, so to start from a couple of things, sometimes there's a bit of a confusion between what is CRM and what is CLM. Okay, so one thing is to have let's say a solution that actually goes and check for the customer lifecycle management, etc., and that is mostly focused on campaigning, reaching out and touching all the points of the customer lifecycle. And that is where, for instance, a solution that can actually work as a standalone, as Marketing Cloud, Adobe, Salesforce, etc., can work as one. Okay, but that's essentially, or Braze or something like that. So those kind of platforms are the platforms that actually are have the objective to touch on the customer lifecycle. Okay, CRM goes one step further than that. Okay, also of course caters for that, but it goes one step further. Okay, and why is it that this is so important as the foundation of a good digital transformation? Why? Because within the CRM, you're going to have different sources of data. Okay. And plus, on top of that, CRM allows for proper management of potential and current customers. It allows for sound business processes. It allows for that centralization of that data that can come from the marketing side of things, can come from the sales side of things. CRM also can hold competitive intelligence, can come from customer experience, and even analytics. Okay, so it's important for you to understand that if you want to have uh, let's say, a good understanding of the customer, if you want to have this full view of the customer, then you need to have a place that can hold all of that data, a place that can actually allow for you to build sound business processes, a place where you can properly manage potential, but also current customers. Okay. And this is what CRM is all about. Okay. If you have all of this into account, then what you're going to have as an outcome is that you're going to have a platform, could be Salesforce, could be Microsoft Dynamics CRM, could be another one, another solution, but this will allow you to have everything that you need in order to actually have a good and sound relationship with your customer. It allows for you to have much more efficiency. And why you're going to have much more efficiency? Because you have the offer information within your CRM. You're going to have the sales information within your CRM. You're going to have the marketing information within your CRM. So whenever you touch the customer, you already know which type of offer you should have, which type of pitch you should have, what is the pipeline management that you should look out to, and on the back of that or before that, what type of campaigns you need to run. How is it that you should be looking pricing, strategies, etc. So this is where the efficiency comes along, because there is no longer, let's say, silos, but actually everything needs to be integrated to have a better understanding of the customer as well. Okay. And looking towards the other point that is going to be part of the outcome, effectiveness. Effectiveness, it's all about success. Okay. It's all about having a way to set yourself to success. And the best way of doing this is to, as I said, is to have all the data, all the touch points that are important for the customer within this only platform. Okay. So that you can think your strategy. How is it that you can actually aim for success? Looking to add to that, you can actually have CRM analytics that allow you to measure the rate of your success with win rates, looking at volume, value, and velocity of your pipeline, because everything already is already there within the CRM. Okay, all the data sits there, and then if you have all of this into place, sorry, what you'll have is everything that you need to actually measure where you stand in terms of revenue and growth, and set yourself for success. Okay, so in a nutshell, what a good CRM strategy allows you to do is to set yourself for success, maximizing all the touch points that you have with your customer, and eventually speaking, of course, have more revenue and have more growth. Okay. And that's it, guys. If you really enjoy this kind of topics, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Okay. I highly appreciate if this is something that you're looking for. Also, feel free to subscribe and join me on this journey. Okay. That's it. Take care. Okay. Cheers. Bye. Bye bye.